Hi everyone. We're just gonna wait a couple of minutes for people to join and get us started. Hope everyone's doing well. Hello, hello. How's it going? Okay, cool. I guess this is where we just left off. Legit, nothing has moved or changed. Since I just saved this date on the VM, and this is where we are. If you are not caught up or you didn't join our first session, we're going to that portion right now. I'm doing all right. How are you? See, let me like just cut off a bit up this corner, I guess. It's kind of weird. Oh, that's okay. How are you doing, everyone? Let's see. So, if we don't remember, last time we set up got Django working, have this working, and a few more things. Check something real quick. Make sure we're good. Yes, we are. Hello, how are you? I have no clue what this is about, but pretty cool. Nice project, I guess. Okay, so anyone that need to be caught up real quick, because we can do some catching up real quick. That's great to see as a Foster. I think you played Tetris with us before. But yeah, anyone who is in the crowd who haven't got at least an environment set up or needing help with that, feel free to speak. As you see, we have got an environment set up. I've been using a terminal. So here's our legit the last thing we did. We moved some directory around. So the HTML pathing is how we played around with it for a bit, so you understand a bit better how the HTML pathing works. So yes, this is where we are. So next thing I guess is, as it says, database setup. So we're gonna set up database for this project and stuff. But yeah, I guess we will continue where we left off. Let me make this bigger so people can read. Okay, cool. Then let me see if I can make this bigger. I think there's something called presentation mode. I use PyCharm as my ID. So presentation. Oh, enter presentation mode. Oh, okay, that's a bit too big. How about exit presentation mode? Oh, we can just set our font size, configure. Let's see. I like that. Okay, cool. So voila, voila. There we go. So people can read. Pretty good. Yes. Calculator project is what we might want. So actually today, we're gonna do two things. For this workshop, we're gonna be continuing where we left off, database setup. We're gonna actually build the project, and then we're gonna have another session later tonight. Well, tonight in my time. About later in the day, or later tonight in EST, where we're gonna just be on to fix any bugs, to just mess around. But we're gonna try to at least finish the Django project tutorial today, which is like building the own database, creating the models, activating the models, and creating a full application. But yeah, feel free to follow along. The goal of this whole workshop is, so I know it's intimidating and sometimes hard to start learning by yourself, so we're doing it together, which hopefully helps. But no promises there. So database setup. The tour begins where one left off. We will set up database, create your first model, and get a quick introduction to Django's automatically generated admin site. That's so early. You should definitely be up at this time. That is like super duper early. Okay, let's see. Database. So set up open my site. Now open my site settings. So we're gonna use terminal in case you're on Windows. You should just really have a terminal in front of you. Some of these commands might not work for you. So first go to my site, and then we need to go to settings. So I'm gonna use Vim. I'm gonna Vim into settings.py. So here, kind of Django setting. There's a normal Python module with module level variables representing Django settings. By default, the configuration used is SQLite. If you're new to the database or you're just interested in trying Django, this is the easiest choice. We're gonna be doing SQLite. I even have the SQLite documentation site pulled up because we're learning. We're just gonna stick with whatever comes with it. So let's go. So if you're new to the database, SQLite is included in Python, so you won't need to install anything else to support your database. When starting your first real project, however, you might want to use a more scalable database like PostgreSQL. Maybe we'll do that. This might be the next workshop I run. We're gonna do PostgreSQL to avoid database switching headaches down the road. If you wish to use another database, install the appropriate database bindings and change the following in the database's default item to match your database connection settings. Engine, either so either Django.db.backend.sqlite3, Postgres, SQL, whatever database you choose. If you are experienced with database and you want to use a different one, be my guest. Just make sure you install it and just follow this whole engine directions and stuff. Okay, so the name, it doesn't matter. So if you're not using SQL database, we're going to use SQL database. It should be set for us, I'm assuming. So let's go. So secret key, this does not matter. Definitely should not normally show this on stream, but this is a throwaway account. It's okay. So let's start with let's see. So the name of your database. If you're using SQL, the database will be a file on your computer. In that case, name should be the full absolute path, including file name of that file. The default value base directory db will store the file in your project directory. If you're not using SQL, since it's password must be added. For more information, for this in SQL, we're not doing that. Well, while you're editing, set time to, okay, so let's start with this, I guess. So engine, so let's find the engine. Do they have that plugged in for us? We got to write it. So database engine. Okay, cool. So SQL, this is our setup for us. It comes to DB SQLite 3 comes to default with Python, and I guess that's instance of the build, so that's perfectly fine. No one should need to install unless you're going to use another database. But we're going to just use SQLite, so that's fine. If you are not using SQLite as your database, well, we're not doing that. So no, we're not doing that. So we're editing my site. So set a time zone to your time zone. So let's do time zone. Did I pass it? There we go. So time zone. So I am in EST. Put it to whatever time zone you're in, and then let's continue. So set time zone. You'll also note that install app settings at the top of the file that hosts the name of all Django applications that are activated in Django instance. Let's see. Apps can be used in multiple projects, and you can package and distribute them for use by others in their projects. Okay, let's continue. By default, the installed apps contains the following application, all which come with Django. So contribute, admin, auth, content type, sessions, messages, static files. So the admin site, which we will be doing shortly. Apparently it comes with authentication system built in already, a framework of content types, a session framework, a messaging framework, a framework that manages static file. So this is the good thing about like a web framework like Django, is that like you wouldn't have to write everything itself. It's meant to speed up the process of developing. So that's always great. Okay, I should definitely meet that. Okay, cool. Let's continue. So these applications are included by default as a convenience for the common case, blah, blah, blah. some of these applications makes use of at least one database table. So we will need to create the tables and they need some to do that. Run the following command. So they have a manage PY. We've used that before. So I'm going to first save this file. So right quit, and then I am going to do a Python manage.py. I want to manage migrate. Okay, I'm confused. Where are we supposed to be? Let's see. I'm supposed to be in polls. Let's see. So for database, my site settings, set time zone. Okay. Python manage.py. Oh no, I have to be one out. That's why. cd dot. So we're gonna start with doing Python manage.py migrate. There we go. Okay, cool. That's exactly what we want. Cool. So the migrate command looks at the install apps settings and creates any necessary database tables according to the database settings and my app /settings.py. And a database migration strip of the app. We'll cover these later. You'll see a message for each migration it applies. If you're interested, run the command line client for your database type. So /pt blah blah blah. So tables. Tables. We have to be somewhere. cd my site hello tables. Wait, let's see. You'll see the message for each migration, which we did. Everything was okay. If you're interested, run the command line client for your database. Oh, and then type. Okay. Okay, cool. So let's see. The command line client for my database would be SQLite. So let's do db shell dots. Is it? I actually don't know how. Is that executable? That's not executable. So let's see. So this is why with SQLite. See, hold up. So documentation for SQLite, and let's take a look at about listing of all documents. No. Overview of document about appropriate use, different function quirks. Let's go to appropriate use. Well, actually, is there keyword website keyword index? No, not there. There we go. SQL in 5 minutes or less. So enter. Okay, so we just do the whole entire SQ. I guess it would just be db.sqlite3. That's not command. So we just do .db. To enter shell, enter SQLite3. Oh, SQLite3 is the command. We can try this, but I don't know if that is a database. Tables. Oh, there we go. You see? So we got it right there. So all the Django stuff is showing. So SQLite3, it's like when you type in Python, it actually runs the application. You provided the database. It's interesting I didn't do .db, but yeah, so there's everything set up there. Let's go back. Django, so we did that worked. Table, as we saw. For the minimalist, like we said above, default application, migrate, run migrate. Okay, cool. To create models. Now we'll define your models, essentially your database layout with additional metadata. Philosophy, blah, blah, blah. Model is a single definitive source of information about your data. It contains the essential fields and behavior of the data you're storing. Django follows drive principle. The goal is to define your data model in one place and automatically drive things from it. This includes the migration, unlike in Ruby on Rails, for example. Migrations are in blah blah blah. History. We're not. Remember, we are first going to be building the actual poll application following this to finish learning how DB works. And if we have time, we will try to take what we've learned and apply it to a custom calculator. So we really don't need a database, but we can also always store information, right? We can like keep a history of everything someone entered in or something. it's really just a learning thing. Because like if you normally use a web framework, you want to be able to use most part of it, including the database portion. But yeah, so in our poll app, we'll create two models: question and choice. A question has a question in publication date. A choice has two fields: the text of the choice and a vote tally. Each choice is associated with a question. Okay, cool. So content exit. So let's do this. Let me exit this. And I'm gonna do FG. Quit. Exit. Quit. End. Bye. Okay, I don't know. It's okay. We'll just terminate it. So first we're gonna go to cd my site ll, and then cd polls ll. So we need to edit the models.py file. So we're gonna get models.py. Cool. So create your models here. Enter insert mode. So first things first, we're gonna do is first we're gonna make a class called questions, and then we will do models.model. I don't know why. We'll figure it out. So model.model, then we'll do question underscore text is equal to models.char field max length is equal to 200. Okay, and then we'll do the publication date is equal to the models.date time field, and then that will be date of publication. Published. Okay. Hello, welcome to the stream. So we're picking off where we left off last time, which was doing Django. We got everything set up in Python and got Django installed, and we started walking through a bit of our understanding of Django, how it works, how the web framework works, and we're now continuing part 2 of that. But yes, let's continue. Okay. So there's questions, publish. Okay, cool. Now we're gonna write another class called choice. And this will be the choices to the question. Yeah, for sure. If you need help getting set up, if you weren't here for the first session, for sure ask in chat and we'll help you get set up. But yeah, we're just doing part 2, which we're just wrapping up the actual tutorial for Django application. So we're gonna do choice models.model. Enter, we're gonna do question is equal to models dot foreign key FOREIGNKEY of question on delete equal models dot cascade. I'm going to do choice text is equal to models char field FIELD, and then we're going to do max length is equal to, I think, 200. Okay, 200, and then votes is equal to models dot integrate, enter field. Okay, INTEG integer field FIELD default ELT is equal to 0. Okay, let's see. So that's that. So here each model is represented by a class. In the subclass Django.db.models.model, each model has a number of class variables, each of which represent a database field in the model. Okay, let's see. Each field is represented by an instance of a field class, e.g. char field for character fields and date time field, data time. This tells you what type of data, what type of data each field holds, the name of each field instance, question text, and publication date is the field name in the machine-friendly format. You use this value in your Python code, and your database will use it as the column name. Okay, that's cool. That's good to know. Let's see. You can use an optional first positional argument. You can use the optional first position argument to a field to designate a human variable name that's used in a couple of machine part of Django and doubles as documentation. If the field isn't provided, we will use the machine relatable name. In this example, we've only defined a human relatable name question dot public date. For other field in this model, the field's machine readable name will suffice as a human readable name. Okay, cool. Some field class are required argument. Okay, fields can have various arguments. Blah blah blah. Set default. Okay, so we set the default to 0. Okay, cool. So this field, we set the max name to 200 default. These are arguments for the field. Understandable. So we did models dot that model. So because we did question model dot model. So now we do just model dot chart field. I will set the max name for each character field for a question. We set its datetime format, or that's the type of arguments for a publication date. Let's see. Final relationship. No, a relationship is defined using foreign key. This tells Django each choice is related to a single question. Let's see. So question model foreign key. Okay, so the foreign key is saying it's the question and on delete model dot cascade. Okay, cool. Well, this kind of makes sense. We will definitely see if this works and if this actually. So a bit of the model code, the small bit of model code gives Django a lot of information. With it, Django is able to create a database scheme, create table statements for this application, create a Python database access API for accessing question choice. But first, we need to tell our project that the polls app is installed. Okay, so what we just did with being in Vim models.py is we just set up how the database will be modeled after, and then there's another automated process. I guess when we run it, they'll actually run the actual database command. So that makes it so you don't have to know how to use a database or set it up. So it's always better to have a good understanding of, but they will automatically do it after you run the script. You just gotta kind of tell it the different formats and stuff that you need or want. Continue. So if you have not checked in, make sure to check in. You do on your additional file. Can we see the output for the code? Yes. Well, that we're about to run it. So first we're going to follow here, right? So it'll tell you how to install the application and installing it. But first, into our project that the full app is installed. So to include the app in our project, we need to reference this configuration file in installed app settings. So we're going to go back to the settings, right? So we're going to do cd dot dot. Go to your settings.py. So I'm going to first vim settings.py, and then we're going to go in. And we just need to do the install app. So where's installed app? Install app. So you see, currently we don't have our poll application, which means your application won't know that needs to be installed and set up. So first we're going to do, let me make sure this is actually correct though, because we didn't move around some of our files. So if we polls.apps, polls configure. I hope this is right. If it doesn't work, that's okay. We'll figure it out. So polls.apps.polls configure, escape. We're gonna right quit. So that's been saved. It will look like this. It does. Now Django knows that the polls app exists, so we're gonna go back to where your manage is, right? So my manage is when we're out, and then I'm gonna run poll. Close this application. So first I need to write is Python. I want to run the manage script. So manage.py, and then I need to make migration of polls. So there's a problem. So you should see something similar to the following. We don't, because I messed up somewhere in the actual file. Let's see. So project manage.py, manage.py. Let's see what went wrong. Return bootstrap. Let's see. The line 22 of manage.py. I shouldn't have changed manage.py. Does it point somewhere else? So from file, home, Python, PyCharm, Django, site package manager, settings that installed application. Let me check. So no module named polls. Why is there no module named polls? Let's see. So, okay, I need to go one in, so I'm gonna right quit. Let's see. So if we check our actual just website right now, and I will remove this. I'm going to test. Whoa. Oh. Why though? Let me test this out. Rerun the run server. Refresh. Okay. So it says bootstrap, blah blah blah, no margin name poll. Let's see. So that doesn't work. Let's shrink that. So I'm gonna first do LL. I'm gonna CD into my settings again. So CD into my site. Then I am going to vim settings, and then just make sure this is good. So Django, so polls.apps, poll config. I'm gonna right quit. I'm gonna do LL. I'm gonna CD into polls. I'm gonna CD into apps. Okay, cool. Dot dot. LL. I'm gonna CD dot dot, and then I'm gonna run at this base directory again. Polls. I'm gonna do my app. Here's my no. I'm gonna do my site. Polls. No, so that's not it. There's no module named polls. What did I mess up? Let's see. Did anyone get this to work? I messed up somewhere. Let's go back. So we're gonna go back, double check this. So in polls and models, I'm gonna first CD back into my site. I'm gonna CD into polls. I'm gonna do an ls list. I'm gonna vim into model.py. So I am gonna make sure I typed everything correctly. Actually, I'm just gonna copy, just for in case. Remove everything from this file. So I'm gonna start from the bottom. Oh, input. So this should get rid of everything in the file, and then we'll paste it in, and hopefully it works this time. Yeah, I need some better music selection. Let me see if music wasn't working last time. Let's see. We don't have that many selection because I can't get the actual music kind of work, but let's try something else. Let's try this. So we're gonna paste selection. Oh wait, I didn't copy everything. Did I mess up? That's odd. Well, I guess I will just paste in things after class model. So enter, paste clipboard, question clip. So I'm gonna now right quit. I'm gonna vim Python again because Python is syntax-based language, which means I need to make sure things are lined up properly. Right quit. Okay, I'm gonna CD out one more. I'm gonna try this active model thing. So I'm gonna go into list. I'm gonna CD into here, perfect. And I'm gonna vim into the settings again. And this time, I'm just gonna make sure I type this correctly. Polls apps.polls config. I don't know if that's right. Okay, let's put it on top just in case. But I don't think this actually makes a difference. I'm gonna do polls apps polls config end of quote, comma, right quit, and then now Django includes the locale. So if I do cd dot, I'm gonna do Python manage migration. Okay, Python manage migration polls. No module name polls. Why is that? Let's see. Oh, just hit V at the start of the file to enter Visual Studio mode, visual mode, and go to the bottom and hit D to delete. I did not know that. That's good to know. Let's try that actually. So if I do then settings, so I'm gonna check that. I'm gonna write some stuff. Enter. I'm gonna hit V. I guess escape. Hit V, and then go to the bottom, hit delete. The visual. Go to the bottom, hit D to delete. Oh, that's crazy. That's actually crazy. I'm gonna quit. No, we don't want to save, so let's escape. Quit. The more you know. Look at that. Told you we'll learn together. So that's cool. I did not know that. That was a good fact. But okay. I think it's because I moved my poll location, so it's no longer the same. So I'm gonna see how they have their setup. And from there we can just see if we can just fix it, to be honest with you. So how they have their setup is my site, manage PY my site, and then I'm pretty sure polls go in there, right? Development server, check performance, or manage run, okay. Manage start at polls, poll/view. So they have polls one more out. So we nested polls. I think that polls one more. Let's see. So they have polls created at what level? Let's see. So manage Python manage run server. I checked. So the file error gives me, it just points me into the actual managed file, which I'm pretty sure it's because it's just not getting the right path, so it can't set it up because it doesn't exist. And so we're gonna make sure, because like we're differing, which means I need to fix the path. I just don't remember because like I think we did this on like 2 days ago. Because we moved our polls into a different path, I'm pretty positive. So in this list, I go to my site and then I go to cd polls. Then I'm gonna do, actually I'm gonna do dot, I'm gonna do ll, and I'm gonna do vim, and I'm gonna do urls, py. So ours is in my site dot polls. You see, there's a whole additional my site. So if I right quit, which I didn't have to. So when I work on the poll stuff, I just need to make sure I add my site in so it actually knows it exists. Okay, cool, understood. So I know where I went wrong. So dot. Yes, that's my mistake. I just want to make sure it was my site. But yeah, so if we're gonna do vim into settings, not the settings, quit, and then I'm gonna do no vim. So let's see, we're supposed to do this in what? Yeah, my site. So my site, and then the vim into settings. Then I'm gonna go down here. And I'm just gonna change this for the install application tab to be my site dot right quit cd dot. Yeah, I feel that. But hey, that's what makes this funner. Let's see. So I'm gonna vim URL do this one. So I just need to run the command again all the way up. So I need to take out my site, this polls. Check that, make sure that name is configured correctly. So now we're getting a different error. There's no module name polls, feedback, traceback, manage.py922, single package application. Hold on. So improperly configure, import polls, check that my site polls apps, configure name. Did you get it working, Foster? Let's see, LL. So I'm gonna cd into my site. Let's see, I'm gonna vim settings. So I'm gonna go down. So I do my site.polls.apps.polls config, right? .apps.polls.polls config. That's right. Oh, okay. That's lovely. Let's see. How do we fix this? Let's go back and run it, and then let's read the error more carefully. No, you don't have to. We'll figure this out. So first I'm gonna go out, so I have access to my site. I'm gonna check this polls. It gives me that. What if I did my site poll? So make sure that check that my site polls apps polls name is correct. Would it not be? Well, let me see. What this is actually path based off of. So if I cd into my site, now I can cd into polls. If I cd into polls, you have migrations. It's not an app. So for the temporary fix is we're gonna just put everything where they're supposed to be, and then we will fix it some other time. Well, there is apps. So let me actually vim my apps folder. Actually, vim apps.py. Probably did this wrong. All right, so polls config class. Let's go back up. And just to make sure, so I didn't make a mistake in what's holding us up, that should be in polls model, Django app configure, so poll configure. We do this? When do we do this? We do the poll configure. That's odd. Database setup, import app configure, class polls configure, app configure, default name polls, auto field. Wait, did we do this last time? I don't think so. Wait, let's see. So it calls class poll configure. I'm gonna right quit my stuff dot. Huh. So if I fix things, then poll should be on the same level as my site. So if I do another list, I'm gonna cd into, I'm gonna actually move polls, to my site. And I'm gonna list this. Oh, I just renamed it. Great move. I'm gonna rename my site to polls. I'm gonna move polls to // and I'm gonna do LL. So I'm gonna now do cd .. I'm gonna do LL, and to fix the other thing, I'm gonna have to cd into polls. Now I have to fix our paths. So I'm gonna do vim to URLs and polls. Yeah, that's the plan, because I don't understand this enough to not be doing that right now. We'll figure this out though. Well, definitely, I might play around with this and later tonight. If anyone's on, we can try to go on the thing. I'm gonna pull things back where they're supposed to be, so things work. So path quote index views.index means. So if you need help with that, let us know. I'm essentially just walking through the path tutorial to edit some files to make sure our pathing is the same. But we didn't change even that much. We just moved my sites. So if we speed into my site, right, we just moved the URL path in here. I think is all we did is that we added my site in front of this. But let me delete that. I'm gonna right quit. Then before that, I'm gonna refresh on this screen. Sites are unavailable, too busy. Why though? So this is also giving us an error. Let's see. So equals that inline transfer input. Let's see. Huh, we somehow broke this. Apps not populating, install apps. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to close this. Go back to this. I think this is probably give me 1 second. Let me try a different song. Okay, so we're gonna check our summer files to make sure they're set up properly, and then go from there. So let's see. So run code route. Okay. So polls that's been redirected. I checked that was fixed. Polls request that's been done. Manage startup polls that's done. It's run server. Oh, so in modular. So there's something mindset that still reference mindset.polls. I'm just gonna rerun it to make sure. So something still references my site polls. So let's do ll cd. Make sure let's cap this URL. Just gonna cap URL. So that does polls URL, right? Which is correct. Because polls should include polls URL. First part. Let's see. Yes, that's correct. That's done correctly. That's my site URL. That's done correctly. Wait, did we not? I thought we could get rid of polls URL. So URL patterns. First public website. Let me know if anyone makes it through. Let's see. So Django Adam start project my site directory screen directly. We did this. We did this. We looked over everything in there. We ran server. Let's check. If I do, actually, I should probably let's get to the same starting point. Let's get the basing working again. So I'm gonna go back into this one. So I'm gonna cd polls. I'm gonna do command polls right now. Cd polls into ll. I'm gonna cd into its URLs. Wait. I mean Vim. It's actually gonna go into models file, and then we're gonna see that looks correct. So after the model, we change the settings file. So quits. I'm gonna do ll. I'm gonna cd dot. I'm gonna vim into the settings file. Not that level. I just made the file. So I'm gonna use mesh rnk settings. Then I'm gonna do ll. And I'm gonna do sh. Then I'm gonna clear. I'm gonna do ll. I'm gonna cd into my site. Then I'm gonna do ll. I'm gonna cd into. I'm gonna vim into settings. Y. And then I'm gonna scroll down and fix why I put my site. My site shouldn't be here. I'm gonna right quit. I'm gonna back to cd dot. So now the application's working again. Now we're gonna try this Python manage.py make migrations. Oh, I did something wrong. Python manage.py make one extra R here. Then GRA. Great, there we go. Okay, yeah, we definitely broke something. That was my apologies. I will figure this out hopefully by later tonight, and we can try to build a custom later tonight or go around it. So it's definitely something with the pathing. But I just think this is not. I think I did this part wrong, so I would need to do better pathing for the installed application because it wasn't installed under polls.app. It was my site, but that didn't fix it because I think the polls configuration probably wasn't. I need to figure that out later. Okay, but yeah, I'll look at that later. Let's continue. Okay. Did everyone make it past here? If anyone didn't, feel free to say something in chat, and Wait, let's take a look at that. But yes, let's continue. Okay. Okay, so you should sync to the following, which we did by running make migration, telling Django that you want to make changes to your models. In this case, you made new ones. You like the changes to be stored as migration. Migrations are how Django stores changes to your model and such your database schemes. They're files on disk. You can read the migration. Migration? I think so. Migration, yeah. Or your new model, if you like, it's in the files, but if not, don't worry, you're not going to read them every time being a mixed one, but they're designed to be human editable in case you want to manually tweak how Django changes things. Thank you, appreciate it. That was rough. That was really rough. But no, it's okay. We will get through this and go back and fix that one day. Yeah, database and backend isn't really my thing. Web frameworks, not my thing. My thing is more background algorithm based, more front end UX UI design. So this is left field for me. I've not done this, but that's what makes it fun. You get to learn together, especially if you haven't done it before. Okay, so we need to now run Python manage SQL migrate. So let's do that. We need manage, which means you need to be in this directory. And we need to run a Python, run a manage.py, write SQL migrate, t polls, and then do 0, 0, 0, 1. Okay, cool. Okay, I did create model, I did create table, then create table called post question. The ID is number. Okay, cool. Now, yeah, it's great, but that's why it's great. It's really encouraging coding live when people like yourself, we're all here to learn. That's why I set that as a standard in the beginning. Is I make sure no one knows my expert list. Just learning live, and you can definitely do this. This is not that bad when you have a decent community support. Oh, I'm missing one. That's not great. Am I? So choice. I have full choice. Oh no, I don't. No, I don't have the alpha table. Or do I? I don't. Do I? So it does create table, so create model choice, create table. And then it puts that here, puts ID there, puts the choice stuff here. Then it does alpha table. Should do it like here. Alpha table plural choice add constant. I have to create index. Oh, something's wrong. The foreign keys weren't created. Does this go on? Okay, that's not helpful. Wait. Manage 101 I did. Not the following. The exact output very okay. Oh. Why would you do this? That is crazy. You said to use SQLite, and then you're gonna tell me this is generated for Postgres SQL. That gave me a panic attack. I think we're good then. This is a lot of information. We'll read later. Just keep it continuing. If you're interested, you can also run. Let's do that. That sounds fun. Python manage .py, and then we can check. No issues. Great. Then we're great. Now we're going to migrate again to create the model table in your data. So we're going to do Python manage.py migrate. Oh, that's great. So applied all the integrations and added the new one we just made. I wish you had better music choices. Personally, though, these are like the phrase that just comes with it. It's pretty interesting. Also, I'll probably change the banner, but feel free to ask any question in chat if you're stuck. Any questions? We'll do research together. Live thing is super fun. Maybe I can run a workshop on like sysadmin next time. That's a bit more in my field. My comfort zone, but maybe. I think that might be pretty fun. But yes, let's continue with today's. I will change. Let's try this. There's like a few different one of these. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm glad there's no question. Yeah, I think I just like doing system image writing scripts. It's pretty fun. Okay, cool. So let's continue. Get this project out of the way first, though. So if you're interested, run. We did to check everything's good. We migrated it over, so now the database is applied. Yep, all the things is applied. Check version, the Django migration. Run them against your database, essentially synchronizing the changes you make to your models with the schemes in the database. Migration are very powerful and let you change your models over time as you develop your project without the need to delete your database table and make new ones. It specializes in upgrading your database live without losing data. We'll cover them in depth. Okay, sure. So change your models in models.py. Run models, migration upgrade. Okay, so it's 3 steps to get your models to update. So we change the models in models.py. Let's take a look at what models.py, in case you don't remember what they look like. So we're gonna open model.py. So model.py is like where you set up your actual what for this application's database should look like in code. We've done that. Let me just quit. And then we run manage.make migration, creates a migration for those changes, and then applies those changes to the database. That's pretty, yeah, we can definitely do one. I will put together a workshop next time, and next time I'm going to run one on I run a really basic Linux one, but we'll probably run a system admin one because I think that's pretty fun. And then after, I do front-end dev as well. I do React dev is what I've done recently at least. I did front-end React dev, and then we do different UX design is my specialty. That's okay. Well, I'm more familiar with. It's not even my specialty. I like cyber, so I do a lot of cyber, but that's okay. Okay, so cool. So that's just how you use this. So playing with the API. So let's now hop into inject Python shell. Let's play around with it, which is great. So let's try that. With Python, we're going to do a manage.py, and we're going to integrate the shell. Well, if you can spell shell right. Also, I'm probably one in too much. Yeah, so I'm going to try this again. So Python manage shell. Very cool. Okay. So let's try this. So we're going to do from polls model import choice question. Class we just wrote. Okay, and then let's do question dot all. Run that query select. Okay, cool. Create a new query select support for timestamps enabled by default. Okay, we're going to do from Django.utils import time zone. Q is equal to question underscore text is equal to quotes. What's new? Question mark. Oh, I definitely did not complete that. Good thing there's that catch. That's safety net right there because I did not finish writing that. Time zone is not now. Oh, I need one more closing. Yeah, I'm really trolling right now. Q.save. So we're gonna create a query, and we're gonna create a variable that stores a question object. Then we're gonna save that. Cool. So now it should have an ID in the database, I assume. So ID is 1. We do question underscore text is like what's the text part of the database. Then Q dot update the publication date, which is time zone, my current time zone right now. Oh, actually, that went pretty good. So now we can do question. We can change it. So I did what's new. So I do question. So this is going to edit the database. I'm going to do what's up. If we do now question.save, it's going to update what's in the database. Or do question.id, you can see it's the first database value. Or do question.question text, though, you can see it's now what's up. We adjust it. So if we do questions.object, so all the objects in the database, we do all, we'll pull them out. So, I'm going to say question.objects, multiple objects in one database. Enter. So there's your objects for that database. Wait a minute, isn't helpful representation. Oh, that's nice to know. Isn't helpful representation of this object. Let's fix that by editing questions model and adding str method to both. Okay, cool. Let's do that. Okay, I'm gonna do this without looking at. So I'm gonna first exit this and just quit. Okay, cool. And then so we're gonna need to go back into polls. So we're gonna start there. And then what's cool is I can, without CD into something, if I know where it is, which I do because of the path they told me, I can just do this and directly edit it. And now I'm gonna add two defs for STRs. So define underscore string or self, and then close that bracket. One too much. Hit enter, and then let's do return. Return self question text. So this, I think this one makes it is when I will grab the object, it will print out the text itself. So I can be wrong, but that's my best guess. Let's do def underscore str underscore, and then we're gonna do self. We're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do return self dot choice COIC underscore text. Cool. So if I didn't spell anything wrong, that should work. And now we need to do the whole entire thing up there, I'm pretty sure, right? Well, they also add a custom method. It's important to add an str method to your model. It's not only for your own convenience while dealing with interactive prompts, but also because object purposes are used through Django Automator and admin. Okay, cool. So we added the string function method. Let's do custom methods. This model, there's so much. Pretty sure after you have to do the hope recompile thing, right? Yeah. The Python manager shall. Oh, you don't. So let's try. So in addition to import dateline from Django, import dateline. Oh, wow, respect. You have a question about the time zone. Okay. Let's edit the model first. I'm just gonna vim directly into polls model. Whoa, confused. Oh, so he wants us to write more. Okay, cool. So we're gonna start with another import. So import date time. And then we're gonna from date time. We're gonna from Django. Django.utilities import time zone. If anyone is joining us new, feel free to ask some questions in chat. We're doing our part 2 of learning Django. You can learn together. If you're not caught up, we'll be more than happy to stop, freeze, and catch someone up. So, yeah. Let's see. Did you know? Oops, I accidentally clicked on something. Okay, cool. So yeah, so here, I did not know you can just scroll through like that. That's cool. Okay, so we need to add this under questions, and we need to create a new function. So we're gonna call it def was published. PUBLISHD recently recent CNTLY. Yeah, I have to spell sometimes, so I'm like on stream just because it's harder to, I don't know, get myself saying because I'm talking consistently. So return RETURN. I'm like a robot. Self dot pub underscore date is greater than or equal to. Oh, that's cool. Time zone dot now. Well, that's not a spell zone. So dot now. Mine is date time dot time delta, and then we'll do days equals 1. I quit. I hope I did that right. I think I did because I think this still works, right? Yeah, okay, cool. So I wrote a custom one last time called Global Hack Week. So if we go to the path Global Hack Week, have a great Global Hack Week. We're working on polls right now. I don't think I really necessarily, well, actually, we're like maybe halfway there. Let's see how far we are. So we're like halfway there. We can take a break for a bit. We'll stop coding and then we'll get back to it. But so let's just chill and chat for a bit. So what font do I like to code in? I personally don't murder me. I don't really care about the font. I like to write in personally on Arial, just because like it's for professional writing. That's like one of the most like basic thing you can ever do, and I just like the fact that there's not enough like curves, so when it prints, it looks weird. Like you can see, like it's really easy to distinguish each letter. It's really self-separated. I don't really care what font I code in. I do have a requirement. I can't do light mode. I don't know who can do light mode. Not gonna lie, if you use my note, I'm not gonna judge you. Maybe just a tad bit. I just can't do light mode. Like as long as it's in dark mode, I have a certain level of autocomplete in. Maybe grammar check, just not grammar check, just spell check because I can't really spell too well. I'm a CS major, doesn't really work that well. And then outside of that, I do like Arial because I think it's really clean and like you can't go wrong with it. Because like if you pick a font that's professional, you can use it for anything. Yeah, I can't. You don't understand. What the application we use for stream, doesn't have a dark mode, and it like drives me absolutely bonkers. It like drives me nuts. But yeah, so that's that. So let's do a break time. I don't know if there's a break thing. So like, have you seen this? This is really funny to me. Check this. Oh, countdown built in. I know that was kind of weird, right? I just popped to countdown out of nowhere. But yeah, they have like a whole countdown built in. I'm gonna use that next time. Pretty cool. Oh really? Maybe gotta check that out. But I also don't like because the key issue is like for those like I've looked at plugins like that. Just like sometimes it messes with like the native page too much, and you just can't. I know, right? I'm gonna do that next time. I think that like really hypes it up. It's like really exciting. Oh, also for people who are new to CS or in general, I don't know if you heard of the concept rubber ducky debugging. This dog's been with me since my first journey into CS. It's my rubber ducky. It has a name. His name is Florence. You see, it has a book and everything. It's pretty cool. I carry around with me CS classes for fun, or just doing CS by myself at home. Projects. I take it to work sometimes. It's just great. I have a duck to talk to. That's good. That's good. But yeah, I really like puzzles. So actually, anyone play Genshin in the chat? It's a pretty popular game right now. So yeah, this is my daily figurine. I got it off of a gacha. I think it's pretty cool. I don't play Genshin that much anymore though. But pretty cool figurine though. Oh, well, there's my camera. So I have that sitting up here. I also have this hourglass puzzle. Don't know if you've ever done one. These puzzles are pretty hard. I think this is like they like rate the hardness. Like you have to take this apart. Not happening as of right now. Yes. No, I don't just carry a rubber ducky around for fun. It is used for rubber ducky debugging. Just explain code to your rubber ducky where you really think it works, but most of the time you just made a dumb mistake and you just like now your brain corrects things and fill things in for you, or you just correct it in your head and it just doesn't work. But like having a rubber ducky will help you. So yeah, I got that when I started coding, and then this is not one of my wooden puzzles. Can't do that. I can solve Rubik's Cube, but I leave my Rubik's Cube at work, and then sometimes I just solve it. That's like a finger fidget, so I don't have that. Okay, but yeah, okay, I guess good enough of a break. Yeah, I love puzzle collection. I collect cards and puzzles. Fun fact. I also recently picked this up. This one I have to be really careful with. It's a high powerful magnet, but I work with a lot of data and electronics, so like I have to keep these like separate. So these are on my desk, but these are really cool. I don't know if you guys seen these. These are like so cool. Like you can like rotate them all around your hand. They're high powerful enough that they kind of stick together. But the only issue of that is, again, magnets and data don't really sit well with each other. So like I keep them in the box they come in, so I don't actually like wipe out. I know. So I don't actually wipe out. Also, I love this. This is a egg that's a flashlight. It's pretty good. Okay, back to actual work, I guess. Well, not really work, but yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, so add a custom method to this model, which we did. We done this, been there, done that. Let's bring up the terminal again. Let's see. So note that import, we just did that. So we need to bring up the shell again. So we're gonna go back to manage, which we're already at, which is great. We just find the manage shell. Then we're gonna do question. Let's see. Actually, is it? I wonder if it saves as a q.id. No, so that doesn't exist anymore. But I can do question dot objects dot all. Cool. Oh, I forgot to import. Okay, that explains a lot. Model import models. Okay, so Q should work because I was like, that should be in the database already. Choice question. And then now if I do q.id, it should work, right? Well, no, because I set it. No, yeah, because I didn't. Because that was not the thing that was assigned to Q was in the database. So now I'm gonna do the question dot object objects dot all open closing 50 questions. What's up? Okay, that's pretty cool. Because it provides rich database lookup API, which is determined by keyword arguments. So I can do objects dot filter. ID is equal to 1. That's cool. Okay, so you can filter by question underscore text underscore start with equals quotes what and I must have spelled something wrong. Question question underscore text starts with maybe not. What? Oh, there's 2 underscore. There we go. Cool. So I'm going to do from Django.utils import time zone. And then we're going to do current year is equal to time zone dot now dot year. Cool. And then let's do question dot objects dot get public date underscore year is equal to current okay, that's generally not I don't think that even true. I think they have a meaning. Let's see, we can look that up. Because like I write they're just basic methods. I forgot why they have that. So like I think it's things that's only with like something default built in, right? So like why does Python methods start with underscore? Let's see. So it tells you let's do the first answer. Okay, that's great. Stack Overflow. It's a good, decent website. Description by so the following thing, special forms using leading or trailing underscores are recognized. They're generally combined with any case convention. Underscore, single, underscore leading, underscore weak internal use indicator. Example from M import star does not import objects with names off underscore. Okay. And then single, trailing underscore used by convention to avoid conflict with Python keywords. So if you're using keyword, I guess you can use that. Keyword example, class, like they would do class underscore. So like you shouldn't type the word class. Underscore, double underscores is when when naming a class attribute invoke naming mangling inside class, foobear underscore boot becomes foobear see below. Okay, so apparently it takes that and appends it. So when naming a class attribute, invoking name mango links inside class food becomes see below. Okay, well I will see below. Trailing, double. So okay, so magic object for attribute that lives in user control namespace, ig underscore init underscore input or underscore file. Never invent such names. Only use them as documents. So like I guess the string method is something that's already in the documentation, so you're allowed to use it. But yeah, let's continue. So single leading underscore is for internal use. That means when you actually imported the objects, they won't be imported with the rest of the method. Trail underscore is used to get away with using defined keywords in Python already. Double underscore and beginning with just leading is it'll append that to whatever the class name is. So the method full actual name would be underscore class underscore method. And then if you use double with two more, those are just reserved for special things and you should create them yourself. Is what seems to be the gist of that. Okay, let's see. That was a good lesson. You see, I love coding and learning together with people. Let's go back. So that's good to know. Good question. So underscore current underscore year. Close this out. So question, what's up? Why? Okay, so it's by its public date. So now if we do a question, this is going to give us an error, right? Because it doesn't exist. Object objects dot get id is equal to 2. Oh. Yeah, it doesn't exist. But we can do q is dot get pk is equal to 1. Okay. What is pk? Let's see, primary key. Okay. Okay. It was recently published. Let's see, dot get pk1. Okay, let's create another. Actually, no, let's go through here and then we can create a list of our own questions and answers. Closer towards that. Let's continue. So let's follow this along. So we know why this works is it's primary key matches. So we'll get that. This will store into queue. We're gonna do that real quick. But I'm gonna use a different method because we know that there's many ways of doing this. We can do questions objects dot get, and then I think this will work, but I really think it will work. So you know how we were using get and using different methods, we can probably do object because this is the only thing that's in here. We can probably do just pub, exactly what we did before. So like date underscore year is equal to current current underscore year. And then I'm gonna hit enter. So now if we do Q, what's up? Q ID, first one, did the same logic. That's what they told you. So we stored some Q in case we needed it. So if we do Q dot choices, because remember it tied question and answer. So if we do set all, there's nothing because we didn't create any choices. So we're gonna create 3 choices, which you just do Q because you're referencing the question which the object is linked to in the database. So we're going to do question.choices or choice set dot all. What does this do? Oh, well, we did that already. So we're going to create them. So we're going to do choice set, and then we're going to dot create. Let's create a few choices. Choice text. Let's be fun and name them something different here. So choice text is equal to happy global hack week. I forgot we're doing weeks now. Almost a day, global hack day, but we no longer do days. So let me go back, delete that quote in, single quote, and then we're gonna do end quote, comma. We're gonna do votes is equal to 0. Oh, I forgot that. There we go. So that's one choice we just create. We're gonna just hit up once, and then we will go here, and we're gonna do. Oh, right. Let's do. I love this. Just hacking again, or learning Django. Enter that. Then we're gonna do our last one. We're gonna call it Everyone Can Hack. It is funny is because I love how there's so many ways of defining the word hack. So it's really funny when you talk to people and they don't know what you're talking about. Oh, they stored that to C. It's okay. So we can just do equals q dot. I'm gonna make the syntax up because I think this will work. Choice set dot get, and I'm gonna do choice, or I'm gonna do how do I do when something is equal to something? This is a pure just like out of the blue test. So we can do question starts with, right? So I can do choice, I think choice text, this should work, underscore text, underscore starts with. All right. Okay. Yeah, I know. I get that. We get that a lot. It's pretty funny. I love how there's just many definitions of hacking, and I want to do more ethical hacking. So that's fun. I also do like doing dev projects like these because it's just about learning. Learning is really fun. But okay. What I was trying to do was trying to store that in C. So I'm just gonna do starts with. Then let me look at the syntax up here. So they use start with. Then you just do equals. Quote, and then I'm gonna do everyone. Then I'm gonna quote, and quote, and then close this out. I'm gonna do C. There you go. So we just stored it. We created the objects at first, then we stored it. So if we do C dot question, it's just be referencing what question this choice is ended up with. What's up? Exactly. Cool. So if we do Q dot choices, this is just us moving around and understanding how database works and moving around it. So choice dot set dot all. There you go. So you have your query set, your queried. So all your choices for the question, Q dot, well, I can just Q. The question, what's up, has the following choices: Happy Global Hack Week, Learning Django, and Everyone Can Hack. So we can count all the choices. There's 3. Choose the object that filter. It's just some more filtering. You can delete your choices. Introducing Django admin. Okay. So we are almost done for the day. Let's do the whole Django admin and then log in. I just need to make sure this time everything goes well. Okay, cool. So let's first do create the Django admin. So I'm gonna exit here. I don't think I saved, but that's okay. So I'm gonna do .. I'm gonna cd into Django again. Now I'm gonna do Python manage .py, and then we're gonna do create super user. Oops, definitely did not do that one right. Create is super user. Username will be admin. Email address will be I don't know, global hack week at mlh.io. This is just made up. I don't own that email address, so please don't email me there. Password, is it plain text? Better not be. It's not. Great. So I'm gonna backspace, and the password is gonna be. Okay, super easy created. Cool. Let's try this. So we already have the server running, but I'm gonna stop it, rerun it. Oh, I need to do FG is a foreground, which will bring back what you had if you didn't stop it properly, which I did a second ago. Now I'm gonna run it again. And this should run. So you do this. Oh, this is poll. So I need to do admin. Okay, username and password. So I'm gonna fill it with what we just did. So right, so we need to go to this admin page, and we're just gonna do password. I know what that is. I don't remember. The password should be, and then username was, I think what? I should really remember. I just did it like a second ago. Username I did admin. Okay, cool. Don't save. Cool. So now we have in the admin config. Let's read more about it. I'm gonna drag this out so we can see it. Thank you. Yes, I did do admin. Here on my table. I think I might have missed this. Do you want me to print the whole entire database table? I can probably still do that actually. Let's see. If I saved it. Let's see. I need to import. Okay, and then I'm gonna do. I'm gonna run. Objects. Oh, okay. So they're separate, right? So they're two different databases and stuff. I think I can do. I wonder. I know it's okay. I'm just curious too. It's always good to sandbox around. So I do choices objects underscore all. There we go. So they did say. So all the choices, all the questions, and they're linked by their ID, right? So I think choice dot ID, not all. Doesn't work. Okay, cool. So if I do ID, that gives me an idea of that. Okay. No, that's fine. So now I'm gonna Control Z. Which is nothing. Now you exit there. So I'm gonna bring it back to the foreground. You do know FG brings wherever. So there's suspend and there's actual like cancel for the program. If you do Control Z, it just suspends it. So it actually still always stays in the background. So if it's losing important, it will disappear. So you can always do foreground it, and then you can leave it properly. So I think this one is flipped. Yeah, there we go. So I'm gonna do a clear. We're gonna go back to main console. First step, we've done this. What is going on? Oh, obviously here. Okay, cool. So enter the admin site we just did. You should see a few editable content groups. Yeah, okay. So they are provided by auth, the partnership with Django. So see, these are your default authentication. You have your users, you have your groups. Make a pull-up mod file in the admin. But where's our pull-up? It's not displayed on the admin index page. And only one more thing to do. We need to tell the admin that question objects have an admin interface. To do this, open polls admin and edit it to look like this. Okay, let's do that. Oh, I just a force of habit because I want to terminate programs sometimes. I want to go back to them. So I forgot how. There's a way. I use this a lot, but there is a way where you can list multiple. You can do this multiple times and list multiple terminations. This just brings you to the closest one. I don't remember how. I can look at that. I just haven't used it in a while. I just Control Z by instinct. So if I already go back to something, it's not lost. So I always foreground back in and just kind of see. But you're absolutely correct. I can just directly Control C and call it a day. But yeah. So let's do LL, and then we're gonna CD into polls, and then we're gonna go into admin. So I can, at this point, admin.py, I will just go back and just make this a thing. I'll just edit it directly. So you go in here, the admin is here, insert. Oh, we need to add that. Okay, so I'll just keep all my fronts in one place. So from .model. Models, import, question, and then this is a small script, admin.site. Yeah, I just don't like to terminate process unless I'm 100% sure. You don't need, and there's a way you can store more than one of those. But sometimes I end up with like a bunch of things stored where I just suspend the process. I can bring it back to the foreground. But yeah. But you're definitely right. That was just me being clumsy because I do it too often. It's like more natural reaction for me to Control Z or around. Okay, explore the free admin functionality. So, oh, that's great. So let's go see. Django knows that it should be displayed as an admin index. Okay, cool question. Now let's take a look at that. So I'm gonna bring back up this page. At this page. So I go back to view sites. Oh, okay, I broke something. That's great. Let me restart this. Oh, admin site object has no attribute register. What did I do wrong? Let's see. So I'm gonna go back here. register. I spelled something wrong. admin.site.register question. Wait. That's right. Import question. Admin.site.register question. Am I in the right place? This should be in polls admin. This is polls admin file. We did it from Django.contrib import admin. And then we did admin.site.register question. register. That's correct. Question site SIT admin AD. I agree. I always love learning simple Linux tips and tricks. That is really cool to learn. I recently started getting into using Vim. Did you know you could do gedit? It's also a pretty decent application. So people who are not good at Vim, you can always just gedit it. So gedit. So if I do polls, so like you get almost like a notepad from someone who's from like Windows, right? So like I can do gedit.py and like end up with like this in a completely clickable graphical environment that's like changeable. So I can do like Python, whatever, ingest my tab. Yeah, Geno editor, pretty fun. Okay, let's see. So what did I do wrong? Is the real question of the day. It says here is that util function inner repeat return admin site has no attribute register. I don't think I can. What? That's odd. Let me do cd polls. Then I'm gonna cat the admin py. So I did from Django.contrib models import question QUESTION. Yeah, QUESTION. So I don't think it's spelling thing. Is it just not a register? Oh, I spelled register wrong. It is a spelling thing. But yeah, let's use genome editor. So rep edit. Oops, I did one more. gedit, and then I spelled register with a Q instead of a G somehow. Save that. What was that? Now cancel. Okay, cool. So now if I go back to the admin page and refresh. Left of what? Oh, me not being able to spell. Pretty normal. You'll get used to it. I'm really bad at spelling. Admin, there it goes. Add questions. You see you can add a question, day and time, save it. I wonder if there's a front end to this actually. So let's click on the question, what up? So if I do questions, so adding a question, what up? And then date, time, everything is set. The form automate generate the question model. The model is the different model field types are okay. Save changes. Okay, cool. So you have a history. That's cool. Oh, there's a part 3. Okay, we are gonna explode. I did not know there was a part 3. Let's see. What does part 3 cover? Is there part 4? Oh no, there's a part 4. Are we speedrunning now? Part 4. Is there part 5? I thought it was 2 parts. Oh no, there's a part 5. This is a lot longer than I expected. There's no part 6, right? Oh no, there's a part 6. This was never gonna get done. Holy heck. Are we done at part 6? There's a part 7. Okay, so here is the plan then. Because I did not expect this to take 7 parts. Okay, so it ends up part 7. We're in part 2 of 7. We're gonna try to get to a bit of 3. Call it for right now, and then we're gonna get back on tonight and do parts hopefully 3 and maybe into 4. And then we will see. Maybe I will see if there's any more time on the Global Hack Week schedule to fit in part 4, like track part 4 and track part 5, or at least 4, because I definitely don't think we'll get done tonight. But let's start on 3. I was not expecting this long of a thing. I thought it was gonna be short, simple, easy to knock out in a setup workshop, content workshop, closing workshop. But I got proven wrong. That's okay. So overview. So a view is a type of web page in your Django application that generally serves as a function and has been over this. So example, you might have a blog home page, an entry, a year-based archive page, yada yada yada. Yeah, I will consider it as long as the schedule permits. But worst case, we're gonna do advanced Django or continued Django from during the next Global Hack Week. We'll pick this up for anyone that's following along, and that's okay. But that was I should have checked. I did not expect that. I thought because most tutorials they have 1 page and you're done. But that is multiple pages. Let's see. So more views. Actually, no, we're gonna create more views tonight. I might call it here for now. It's been an hour 30 minutes. I think we can take a break. Anyone have any questions and need to get caught up, feel free to reach out. We'll spend time to get anyone caught up. And we'll probably pick this back up later tonight. I will be on later tonight to wrap up at least part 3 and find a good stopping point. Then we'll pause it. I'll find more time. If possible, we'll run another part for this track. If not possible, I will definitely bring this back. Yes. Thank you for coming. I hope you learned something through this mess of a stream. But make sure to stick your way around for the next event, which what's funny is I have my screen share, which means let's take a look. What's next on Global Hack Week's schedule before we sign off? So we're going to go to Major League Hacking. And then Major League Hacking website. It's pretty easy to navigate. So Major League Hacking. Then we can go to event, just right here, Global Hack Week. What is Global Hack Week? I have no clue. Okay. So, oh, that's it. That's my apologies. Global Hack Week September. Let's see, who do we need to support next? Schedule? Where's the schedule? Schedule. There we go. So please stick around for, today is Thursday. The 5 Introduction to Bootstrap. Oh, that's also really pretty cool. No, you should go to sleep, Zone Foster. But for anyone else who's around, please stick around for the 5 p.m. stream, EST, whatever that time zone is for you. It's in 30 minutes on Bootstrap. Bootstrap is something really cool. I might even hop on and learn from that one. But thank you everyone for coming. I wish everyone have a nice rest of your day. Have a happy Global Hack Week, and definitely pick this back up. If you're super late, you should go to bed. But yes, thank you for coming to the workshop. Have a good night. Take care.